Hi, everyone. Welcome back. Next, we would like to welcome and introduce to our viewers Manganese X Energy Corp CEO Martin Kepman and his company's geologist, vice president of exploration, Perry McKinnon. But Manganese X is issuing a milestone news release today concerning their Battery Hill manganese project, and they're here to give you these highlights. Please welcome Martin, Manganese X Energy Corp. It trades on the OTCQB under the symbol MNXXF and on the TSX under the symbol MN. Welcome, Martin.
Thank you very much. It's great to be here. And the story of my life, unfortunately, Perry McKinnon, the Vice President of Exploration, cannot make it tonight because he had some technical difficulties with his video camera today. So unfortunately, you're stuck with me to make the presentation. And I'm gonna have to wing it because I wanted Perry here to explain all the technical issues of our news release that we just released this morning. And you guys are the first to hear about it and read about it. It's a very exciting news about our resource estimate, which is it surprised a lot of people, and we're very excited to be able to explain our mineral resource and how much we have, and how we're going to get some more resources, and we're really excited. So the first thing I want to say is I'm very pleased to be here doing the Emerging Growth Conference again. We did it 2 months ago and was very, very successful. I'm very happy to be here again. And before I start and explain about our news release, I'd like to explain our company for the people that aren't very familiar with Manganese X Energy Corp, and a little bit about our history, just to renew some interest, because we all have very short memories, okay? Our mission is very important. Our prime mission is to become the first mining company in North America. And I'm going to say North America because there's like 16 countries in North America. So it's the United States and Canada to commercialize manganese in Canada and the United States and be the first producer of it. And what do I call by producer? Not just manganese. I'm just going to get a little bit closer, sorry, to the camera and center myself. Okay, that's better. We want to be the first manganese producer to commercialize manganese, especially high-grade manganese, battery-grade manganese for the EV, which is the electric vehicle industry, and the backup storage industry. And that's where we specialized. In 2016, when we took over the company, we purchased this property in New Brunswick, Canada, Woodstock, New Brunswick, Canada, and the location was really strategically located. It was a fantastic location. It had a great history of manganese, and we were very excited to purchase this property. We had a vision about seeing this 1,200 hectares, whatever hectares are, area to become the first North American producer of manganese, especially for the EV battery space and the backup storage battery space. We had this vision thanks to a couple of consultants that I'm still working with, who had this vision along with us. We wanted to bring this vision to fruition about producing manganese and where the EV battery space was going. And that was like 6 years ago, and we worked extremely hard to bring our objectives and our dreams to fruition. And it's been a very long haul because nobody knew anything about manganese in 2016, and we had to rediscover how do you make. The whole key is this battery grade manganese, which is called high purity MnSO4, and it's very important. It goes into the cathode. It's called a precursor to the cathode for the battery. But the key factor is we ran into situations where, from the layman's point of view, how do you produce a high purity product like this without any contamination, because it has to be, we have produced a battery grade material at 99.95% purity with no contaminants, EV compliant. And it's basically, we had to do, as I'm just explaining a little bit, we had to turn it into a powder, and it had to be compatible with the cathode, but any type of impurity would erode that cathode and kill it. So we had our work cut out for us, but I will explain a little bit more as we go on what we did and how we did it. So that's a little bit of background, and we're trading on the venture in the States on QB, over-the-counter QB, and also on 4 or 5 exchanges in Europe, and we've got extreme following and a lot. I just received a lot of good messages today about our news release, and people are very excited about our resource, and it does prove that from our resource that we have at least, and I'm quoting myself, possibly, because I'm saying possibly, 25 years of production of our upcoming high purity manganese products. So I think it's very, very exciting. When we started the project, we wanted to produce a green, environmentally friendly, no carbon product, and we're achieving that right now. And I'm very excited about our company that we're working with called Kepman, who has done an unbelievable job to help us to work as a game changer for our extraction processes, okay? I just want to say one more thing. I'm going to hop around a little bit. There's a revolution in the EV battery chemistry right now. And manganese is definitely part of that battery chemistry change. And the longer it goes, the more manganese is getting involved in the EV batteries. So we're very, very excited, and I'll explain a little bit more as we go on about why it is. But things are really looking up, really, really positive, and we're very, very excited to be here presenting. I just want to go on. So what I just want to talk about now, where manganese is, and then I'll talk to you about our resource, because I think I just want to give you more detail of why our product is becoming in such demand. So it all started now. It started a little while ago where there's a nickel, manganese, and cobalt battery that Tesla was using a while ago. And cobalt was involved. We were using 10% manganese. Then there was, I don't know the percentage of nickel and cobalt. Cobalt was a major factor. And what's going on with cobalt is, as people probably know, it's toxic. The lithium-ion batteries were blowing up, et cetera, and it's very, very expensive. It's like $38,000 a ton compared to manganese, I think it's about $1,400 US a ton now. And on Tesla Day in September, they came out with this revolutionary battery, eliminating cobalt and increasing manganese to 1/3 manganese at 2/3 nickel, which was really, really positive. And it lowered the cost of the battery and, of course, the car, and it increased the density, distance, and robustness of the battery. So we're very, very excited that manganese is really coming into the forefront. Also now, as things progress, with a big smile on my face, Volkswagen also has now come up in the last month with a battery at 50% manganese. So it's happening. Ford, Tesla, Volkswagen, GM, they're all manufacturing all EV batteries. Mega factories are coming up. GM just spent like $10 billion in their Michigan with LG. Volkswagen is going around. There's predictions that there's going to be about 25 mega factories in the next 5 years coming along. So it's very, very positive. Also, they're predicting that the increase of manganese is going to increase substantially. We just received a very substantial report a couple of days ago about, it's called high purity manganese sulfate monoxide. That's what we're producing. And the sales and the increase are extremely optimistic. They're saying 4 to 6 times from in the next 5 years, an increase in production, and we're right there. So we're very, 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 very happy on the progress, and we're very excited about a resource that's coming out now. We have achieved many, many milestones, and what I would like to do is talk about one of our milestones, which is very dear to my heart, and that's the MnSO4, which is the manganese sulfide oxide monoxides. That's the high purity that we achieved, that high purity battery grade material. We achieved 99.95% purity on that, as I said, with the help of our really fantastic company called Kepman research out of Vancouver, Canada. They've been working with us for 4 years, and the progress has been incredible with them. We started from zero, and we really become like a factor now in producing this high quality battery grade. And I'm only talking on the prototype level, not in manufacturing, but from early indications, everything looks really, really positive. And they have done some major game changers, and it's called really, the whole idea is the extraction level, which is called the metallurgical level. It's extracting our manganese product, and it's basically a carbon material, and we extract it and we leach it into a final powder. But Kepman is able to reduce a lot of the processes in the extraction right now. They've developed game-changing extraction processes which are so economical that we are now going to be applying for a provisional patent. And it's very, very exciting, and that's even moving forward. And the more that they're researching our product and working on the extraction product, and also working with the flow sheets, the more promising and economical it's becoming. So we're very, very excited about that. So we're also very excited about something else. And I just want to explain this. I don't want to get too technical, and I wanted Perry to come on and really talk about all the technical end about it. But there's something called sililium, which when most of the producers right now, and most of them are coming out of China, they start from EMM, which is electrified manganese material. It's really electroplated, and then it's turned into a high-grade battery grade and MnSO4 sulfate. They're using something called sililium, and 98% of all producers are using sililium, and that's very toxic for the environment, and it's very, very toxic for the cathode. And we are very proud to say that so far we are not using any sililium in that product, in our end product, and that's going to be a big game changer. And I just want to talk about one more thing, and then I'll get into our resource, so you'll be able to understand why this resource is so important to us. I have to give you a little bit of background. And what's going on right now is we still want to become the first North American producer of this high-grade battery-grade MnSO4, which is a precursor to the cathode. However, what's going on right now in China and the imports is very instrumental in our production, because of the fact that in China now they're having supply problems. They're having problems now with the pricing. They're having major problems in delivering the product. And some of their products, as everybody knows, they're not really consistent in quality. So that's giving us a big advantage. Number one, right now, we're very optimistic about that. And number two, we want to be able to get into the supply chain in North America and Europe, possibly Europe, because the transportation right now from China is very expensive. And because of our prime location, we have all the amenities, like we have shipping channels. We're located in Woodstock, New Brunswick. We're like 10 miles away from Holston, Maine, and shipping channels to the Great Lakes and the St. Lawrence Seaway. We've got all the amenities. We have electrical power. We have the Trans-Canada Highway, which is one of the major highways. We've got everything, and we've got a very friendly environmental mining community around us. So we're very hot and very excited about what we have and what's going on in the world and becoming a supply chain for North America with Joe Biden and our Canadian Prime Minister, who are definitely talking about using the mining materials. And we're one of the 35 critical minerals that has been defined as, and manganese is one of them. And we're very excited there. So everything is looking so positive. And we've just come up with this big resource now. And I'm just going to look at my notes here because it's saying that we just came up with a resource of 34.86 million tons of measured and indicated resources, grading at 6.4. Well, being a novice about what is measured and indicated resources, well, measured and indicated resources are very, very positive. There's three levels. There's inferred, there's indicated, and measured. And measured is like a very good stage of measurement. And we did this mineral resource from all our drill programs. And to be able to have it certified, we had to have it certified by Mercator, which is a geological company, and it took them a long, long time to be able to put this report together. It took them 3-4 months to do it, and we're very, very pleased with it. But we've got the resources of measured, which is really good and indicated, to be able to even go into a feasibility study after our PEA. A feasibility study is like the prime study that tells you the finalization, whether you can make it or break it. So we've got some highlights here. It's really describing we've got a massive resource, and the key question is, can you actually produce it economically? And from preliminary estimations, from what we're just doing right now, it looks very, very positive, and we're really upbeat. So that's where we're going. So let me just talk a little bit more. And if you want to go look at the news release, it's up there, and everything is good. And it's technical, and it's talking about our provisional patent and what we have and this lithium, and we've achieved a lot of really great milestones. And this is our second milestone, which is the resource estimate. Like this is the next step in going towards our PEA, which is a preliminary economic assessment. And if you ask me what a PEA is, it's the make or break situation where it determines whether we're economically and commercially viable to produce the product. And we have hired one of the most foremost consulting companies in the world called Wood Consulting Canada, who is working with us very closely to be able to put this PEA together, and it's coming along very well. But I have to say a couple of things before I close off. I'm very, very grateful to the people I've been working with. I want to say thank you very much, Perry McKinnon, who could not make it onto the program today. And of course to Roger Don, who Perry is our Vice President of Exploration right now. And Roger Don was our Vice President of Exploration up to last December and became the chairman of the board. And also Dr. Louisa Moreno. But without Perry and Roger and Louisa's input to work on this 43101, it would never happen. It cannot be done by one person. It has to be done by a team. And I'm very, very grateful that I have this team around us to help us. And there's been many, many hours put in on that. And I'm very, very pleased to be working with them. So that's where we are with our PEA. We're really continuing on. We've got a great team. And there's a lot of other good things happening. And that's it. Thanks.
Great presentation, Martin. We do have a few minutes left for some questions, so let's get into them. Do you foresee more demand for manganese, and do you think it will continue?
Well, with a big smile myself, absolutely. Manganese is going all in different workplaces and different materials. Like it's going into buses, it's going into trucks, it's going into motors, it's going into heavy duty motors, it's going all over now. And every day, the more lawnmowers it's even going into, So we're very, very optimistic. And it's also in the different batteries, like it's in disposable batteries, it's in the rechargeable batteries, it's in the zinc oxide batteries, and all predictions are saying that everything is going to increase. So we're gung-ho on that.
Talk a little bit more about your Battery Hill property. How large is it? What's your closest big town? And what are your intentions to do more drill programs?
Okay, well, it's, as I said before, it's 1,200 hectares. It's a very large, there's 5 main sections of our property. And what's our main town? Probably Fredericton, New Brunswick. I'm not sure, I was there, but I'm not really sure about what our closest town is. And we've already got major resources, and we are going to be continuing on to do another drill program with Perry McKinnon in the near future to even try to enhance our resources right now, because we foresee a major demand for our high-grade battery materials right now, purified RM and so forth, and we're very excited.
So are you looking at other properties?
No, we have such a large property in New Brunswick that we're just looking to do more drill programs on the different sections of the property.
Have you contacted any government agencies for assistance, and have you received any subsidies?
Yes, we've contacted the New Brunswick government, and we receive every year from New Brunswick a junior mining grant. And they've been really very helpful to us, and we're very appreciative to the province of New Brunswick. And really, we haven't gone anywhere yet. We haven't expanded because the whole idea is to get this PEA proven. Once we got this, preliminary economic assessment proven, then we'll be able to rock and roll.
So, are there any other markets for manganese production Manganese X is considering out there?
Yes, definitely not. In our news release, it's the agricultural industry. We've been approached, and we have an NDA by a very large company to work with them in the fertilizer and food industry in the agriculture, and we're very excited about that. And they keep on saying they got the main problems of still importing stuff from China. Containers are taking 6 months. It's so expensive. They're not coming in consistency, and they're all looking for a closer North American supplier, and we seem to be at the right place at the right time.
So is it true that your chairman of the board and ex-vice president of exploration, Roger Don, has a brother named Jeffrey Don who works at Tesla?
Yes, it's true. Yes.
Fantastic. So what's your understanding of the supply-demand metrics for manganese for 2021 and 2022?
The supply, I keep on saying, the hits keep on coming. The mega factories are keeping opening up. The battery chemistries, the revolution of battery chemistries keep on coming, and they keep on using manganese more in the chemistries, bigger percentages, and we're very excited. And they're getting so many different, every time I read the paper or listen to the news, there's always a new product that's being utilized with these rechargeable batteries for manganese. So it's very exciting. And we're getting a lot of calls from interested investors now also.
Last question, Martin. So when will the PEA be completed? Give us a timeline for Q3 and Q4.
Cat won't say, but I have to, being the CEO of the company, we don't like to make too many predictions. We're very excited about the PEA. We're dealing with a great company, Wood Canada, and they're really progressing well. Our team is working 7 days a week, seriously, to get this PEA going. And it's progressing, and I'm telling you, the early indications, we're very excited about it. That's all I can say.
Well, thank you for this great news and a great presentation. We look forward to following up with your updates. Thank you, Martin.
And I'm sorry Perry couldn't be on it, but it'll be another time. Thanks.
Next time. All right. Thank you for your time.
Yeah.
Thank you all. Remember, as we transition to the next presenter, you'll see a black screen, but don't go away. We're coming right back.